Okay, so I got a question about cumulative percent and finding the median, and I figured that the person who asked me that question is probably not the only person to have that question. So I am just going to talk through this for just a second. Hold on, I'm pulling up our conversation so that I can remember how well I explained it the first time. So looking at this frequency chart, we see that right, we have our 5%, 5 frequency, very high, 7 frequency in high, so on and so forth. And so, right, so first what I did is I found the percentages for each. I'm tangled in my cord. Right, so what I did is 5 right here divided by 28 gives me 18%. Right, 7 divided by 28 times 100, right, gives me 25%. 6 divided by 28 times 100 gives me 21%, and so on and so forth. So I put all my percentages in this first category after just the frequencies. I put percentages, and then I start looking at the cumulative percent. So, right, 18, right, the cumulative is just there, right, 18% is right there. And then I do high, so I add right, that 25% for the high category to the 18%. So that gives me 43% total. I think what was right, what might be helpful to think about this if you are a visual person is to imagine these are ping pong balls. Right. And so, right, I've got 5 ping pong balls in very high, 7 ping pong balls in high, 6 ping pong balls in moderate, so on and so forth. Right. So when we're talking about cumulative percent and using cumulative percent to find the median, so I look at my first category of very high. I have 5 ping pong balls, and I know that those 5 ping pong balls make up 18% of my total amount of ping pong balls. Then I add in the next category, which is high, right? 7 more ping pong balls go over here. Now I have 12 ping pong balls in very high and high, right? And then the rest of my ping pong balls out of 28 are still chilling over here, right? So now I look at my 12 ping pong balls and I can tell myself, okay, these 12 ping pong balls make up 43% of all the ping pong balls I have. Then once right, because I know the next chunk of my ping pong balls, my 6 extra right under moderate, those 6 ping pong balls make up 21% of my entire amount of ping pong balls. So right, if I know that I'm already at 43% of my ping pong balls with just very high and high, and that my moderate ping pong balls are going to bring me up, right, another 21%, that tells me that somewhere within those ping pong balls is the middle ping pong ball. Right. So the question really was about how do we use cumulative percent to justify the mean? How do we, or median? How do we know that that is what it is? And I think visualizing it like that might help some folks. Right. Because we are looking for like where 50% falls, right? That's the median, is where 50% is. And remember, you can only do the median for ordinal and interval ratio variables, which makes sense because what is the middle of, right, Democrat, Republican, or independent? So we are looking that for the, right, oh no, I just yanked my headphones out of my ear. So we are looking for where the 50% falls. That tells us that the middle value is within that category, right? So we are seeing here, when we add in our third variable or our third value, that we are then somewhere within 50%, right? So we've crossed that 50% threshold at the moderate category. And so that tells us that the 50th percent, right, the complete halfway mark of our sample falls within that moderate category. So I think looking at it, right, cumulative percent is really handy trying to find the median, right, instead of sort of trying to list out very high 5 times, high 7 times, right, all that stuff, and then like taking one, right. You can also look for the halfway point, so that would be right between 14 and 15. So where do 14 and 15 lie? You can also do it that way. It's really up to you in which way makes the most sense. But if I give you a chart, which I will in the future for different problems, if I give you a chart that already has the percent and the cumulative percent in it, which you also will do in SPSS, once you get that chart, you don't have to do any extra calculations, right? So we can see that using the cumulative percent to find the median can be really handy, especially if they already give you that information. So I'm going to actually come back here in just a second with another slide that will show you what a frequency table looks like that already has all that in there, and how easy it is to find the median in that situation. Okay, so in this frequency chart that I just made up, I take a survey and I want to know how many pets are in somebody's house. So I have over here on the far left, I have the number of pets in your house, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or more. I have the frequency for each, which adds up to 200 total. I have the percentages for the number of pets in your household. So 32 divided by 200 times 100 is 16%. 50 divided by 200 times 100 is 25%, and so on and so forth, as well as the cumulative percent is already done for you. So if you are looking for where the median is in this situation, you'll come over here to the cumulative percent column. You'll see the 0 pets only make up 16% of our sample, so the median doesn't fall in there. Go down to the next one. Between 0 and 1 pets gives us 41% of the sample. So you know that you're not at the median yet, but you're getting close. And then when you add in that 26 over here, that becomes 67%, right? Because the 50% is encapsulated here, right? It's not here in the 1, right? But we know that the 50% mark hits somewhere in the 2 category or in the 2 value. We're going to know automatically without having to do anything extra. So if you already have this chart in front of you, you don't have to do any other work but look for where 50% would be, right? So you know that 0 or 1 pet does not hit the 50% mark. So we go on to the next one, right? And if we go on to the next one, we see that 50%, right? That 50% number, right, is somewhere in the 2 category. I did not mean to do that. What is happening? Oh no, what have I done? There it goes. All right, so hopefully that helps. If you guys have any other questions about how to do literally anything from what we've learned in Unit 1, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I don't mind doing it in a private message in the way that I just did with this other student, but I do think it's helpful if you're comfortable doing it, to ask me the question in just one of the main Discord channels, so that way everybody gets to see my response. So that I think that helps, because I'm sure that this person is not the only person who is a little bit confused about how we can use the cumulative percent to find the median. Yeah, that is my little thing about using the cumulative percent to find the median, explaining it a little bit more. Again, if you're a visual person, sometimes picturing, right, the number of ping pong balls you have or something like that might be helpful to sort of wrap your head around this idea of the cumulative percent and how we can use that to find the median value. Okie dokie. Don't forget your homework is due right by Sunday night. And this week is the first week we are meeting face-to-face. So yay, I'm excited. I'll send out another announcement just in case not everybody watches this video, but we will be meeting in the computer lab. So if you go to the classroom that is listed on Genie, you will be sitting there by yourself. We will be in Graham 202, which is the computer lab on the 2nd floor. I think that's all I need to tell you. And yeah. Super excited to play with SPSS with you guys.